Hey, Moonlight Citizens, Man on the Moon here. Welcome to the new year. I found this clip. Well, not really a clip, but this 7 minutes that I took from somewhere. I was gonna put somewhere else because it didn't really jive with an episode that I was recording it in, and I forgot about it. So, yeah, can't go into the new year until we can't move on to new business until we've wiped the slate of old business, and this is some old business. Fitting because it's a quote from the universe in which this is set in. This is a conversation between me and a friend of mine on who would win between Swampfire and Groot and Wildvine. We never really get to the answer because I'm pretty sure the rest of that answer wound up in another episode. But like, if you heard that episode, it doesn't make sense because there's a chunk missing. This is that chunk. So, ready to blast off here, Moonlight Kingdom podcast in two, one.
But he's crazy powerful too, because his power is reminiscent of Wildvine, I'd say. Okay, let me, before I get into it, let me ask you this. Who would you say is more powerful, Wildvine or Swampfire?
Swampfire, because he's a combination of Wildvine and Heat Blast.
Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely.
And you have to imagine, Ultimate Swampfire is also now grass, heat, and cold. So he's extremely OP. And again, I think it was Albedo who had said that the ultimate versions aren't really different aliens. They're just evolved species.
Yeah.
Like hyper-evolved species of the same, like genome.
Yeah. And he's all like blue now to show like the flames in him are like nitrous level. Like, when a flame gets a certain heat, it turns blue. So it shows like, oh, okay, he's up there. He's that level of firepower.
Like he burns harder
now. Yeah. And those pods that he throws out of him, like that come out of his bag, and like the grenades, he couldn't do that before. It's not just Swampfire, but juiced up. He has new abilities that he didn't have previously, like Echo with those sound discs.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I bring it up because I'm like, all right, let's hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you say?
Oh, I was gonna say King Groot or Swampfire.
I mean, King Groot's a tree, a big, strong tree, but like end of the day, tree. I mean, he can fight, he can use weapons, he can. I mean, we've never really.
Can he burn?
Yeah, he can catch fire. He's a tree. Like.
I mean, technically, but will it eviscerate him?
It happened in Guardians 1. I mean, he comes back. If you take a piece, not according to James Gunn, not really. It's a new Groot, according to Gunn, but like, technically did come back.
Yeah. And also, you have to keep in mind, this is the most powerful version of Groot we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And also, even in the last movie, teenage Groot jumped off of a very similar height in the first movie, and he was relatively unscathed. Whereas the other version, and I think Gunn explained it as well, like, Groots are special in the sense that they grow according to the power level of who they surround themselves with. That old Groot probably was more powerful in his youth, but he probably wasn't around that many powerful people. Whereas this Groot is around, a half celestial, a super strong demigod/most favored one in the galaxy, another
definitely like Swampfire versus Groot would be an interesting contest because like Swampfire has those like seeds he can throw out and they sprout into like vines and shit. So and Groot naturally can make vines out of his hands. So in terms of that level of scaling, they're evenly matched. But in terms of like strength, Groot wins. But and you look at durability, like King Groot can take a beating because in his like muscular, like armored to an extent form. But
okay, let me read you this thing from Marvel. How powerful is King Groot? Again, emphasis on King. The extraterrestrial bark he was born and developed with makes him invulnerable to most projectiles and even fire. He can control all plant life via psychokinesis, absorbing it into his body and making himself stronger. He can also extend his limbs and shoot vines from them to upon objects and enemies. Very interesting. Very interesting. Psychokinesis. That's something to be scared of. And is enhanced invulnerability.
yeah,
Given he's probably not like an earth tree, but then neither is Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing isn't an earth vine. I don't think he has the same durability as like an oak tree. He probably just looks like a tree, just because of his physical makeup. But he is unlike a tree in every physical capacity.
also you gotta factor in like, okay, where would this fight take place? Because if it was taking place in like an ordinary forest with like wood and trees, I could give this fight to Groot. But if it's taking place in a swamp, like, dude, it's a wrap. I don't care how strong King Groot is. If you got Swamp Thing in a swamp, home field advantage, it's a wrap. You're dead. Like protector of the green for a reason.
Can control the swamp technically. Because it's plant life. Control roots.
Like, if
It's an interesting power set.
it would be a definite interesting contest if like its location. The Matrix, so much so that when Asmith gives Ben the proper Omnitrix, there's no Ultimatrix functions at all. Like, dude.
Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so